try it one more time. It ain't hard to see, I've been on your mind. And I'd be lying if I say that you're not on mine. Yeah, you need all of me, can barely give you time. I close my eyes and I see money. You close your eyes and you see me. I'd rather go out chasing cops. You rather run around chasing me. Don't know if I'm
Welcome to another episode of On Campus with JB and Sciggy. Obviously, it's your boy JB. You already know who I'm rocking with. Oh, let my man take a little sip of his drink real quick. Okay. What's up, man? How we doing, Skig?
What's good, man? What's going on? How you been this week?
I've been stupid busy, moving and all that stuff. But
Man,
you know,
Friday. It's Friday.
You already know. Friday.
Up.
We got another little guest this week. It's his Friday. I know he happy end of the week because workouts go stupid. But we got new Michigan State defensive back Kendell Brooks. Also, I call him KB. That's what I know him as. What's up, man? Talk to the people, man. What's good with you?
What's up, man? What's good with y'all boys? Glad to be on the show.
Man, you know, we've been going through guests. You know, you a guy I always wanted to have on here. We talked about this way back when. It's crazy because we've both had friends that have come on the show. Like, your story is wild because like we played together in North Greenville, and now you're at Michigan State. So people are like, man, I don't know how that correlates. Some people probably think he's been at Michigan State this whole time. Like, nah, bro, he was out in Tigerville. We was down in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And my man's came up.
That's OD, yeah, that's OD, bro. Convinced you,
bro. Oh God, he told me one day, he's like, hey, I had the transfer portal. Bro was trying to come to Limestone. I was trying to get him, bro. He was about to come. Next thing you know, he texted me. He said, bro, I got a full ride from Michigan State. I said, huh? What you mean?
It was over with.
I said, it was over with. Bro, you don't get out of here, bro.
Yeah, hell no.
I was like, oh, we about to play together again. It's about to be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I need to hear that story, cause that's lit right there.
Let's start with that. First of all, start with where you from, cause you from a small place too, though.
Yeah, originally I'm from Swansea, South Carolina, a little town about 30 minutes south of Columbia, in the Midlands. Went through my high school years at Swansea High School. I mean, played football, obviously, but wasn't really focused on getting a college scholarship. Just so happened that I got an offer from East Tennessee State, and I committed there when Coach O'Kane was still there. And then the head coach ended up retiring, and they hired some guys from Florida State. So I lost contact with them. And then I went to the North-South All-Star game. Y'all would know what that is.
Yeah.
Went there. Coach Harris then was out there. Him and Coach Duncan from North Greenville. They ended up offering me. And that's who I ended up going with kind of last minute on signing day. So went to North Greenville, 2 seasons with Bode. Played there. Didn't redshirt. Played a lot of special teams as a freshman. Second year started the whole season. Made a little noise.
We rocked out your second year. We
did, low key. Yeah. Made a little noise. Got some film. And when COVID struck, I knew the whole time North Greenville was not where I wanted to be. I was, you know what I'm saying? We used to talk about this all the time. So then after COVID came, I just felt like it was the right time to test the waters and enter the portal and see where I end up. You know, I just looked at it like worst case scenario, I end up at another Division II. So entered the portal and then everything worked out itself.
I mean, it's crazy because when KB came in his freshman year, you know, Skid, you know how when freshmen come in, all them dudes be like 140, 150 pounds, if that. Bro, This boy KB came in built like a linebacker.
Yeah.
They talking about he plays safety. We said we just know he can't cover. And Brett came out there, he can cover a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But he was on the verge of going to Rover if he ain't mess around and get his hips right. But I just remember KB coming in. He was mature. Like, he a goofy dude. Like, don't get me wrong. KB super goofy out the field. One of the funniest dudes on the roster. But when it came to football, he was mature. Like, he was on time to things. He was come to practice. He was going to practice hard. Things that freshmen just can't do. Like, just the little things, doing it right. And you could talk football with him. And he picked up the playbook in like a week and a half. But then, like he said, he mostly played special teams his freshman year, but he kind of got some spot playing time at safety. He looked good. So that second year, he came back. I don't know what happened to him. He always been a good athlete, but he came back. He was covering dudes. I was like, man, okay, yeah. KB, he done got it right. And I remember me and him used to always have kind of similar to the conversation me and Chauncey had. KB came in young talking about I'm trying to go to the league, go. I was like,
exactly.
So you're 18, bro. Don't worry about that right now. Just play ball.
Exactly.
Then sophomore year, he came back, had a good season. I said, look, KB, I said, you had a really good season. You played a lot as a freshman. You played a lot as a sophomore. I said, you're probably going to have a good junior year that's going to put you on NFL radar before your senior year starts. And he was like, I don't know if I can make it out of Tigerville, though. I was like, it's hard when it comes to, first of all, being a D2 school. Second of all, North Greenville, we're not one of the premier D2 schools when we were there, still aren't. And it's just hard for scouts to come there. Like, the reason they came and saw Chauncey is because Chauncey was a specimen, KB, what are you, like 5'11", 6 foot? It's
6 foot, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you a 6'2", 6'3" safety at D2. Yeah. Like Kyle Duggar made people come out because his body type. KB could be raw as ever, but at the end of the day, he probably had to catch 10 picks at D2 for people to start coming out there.
Exactly.
But he was talented. You could see it. I said, look, man, you could hit, you could cover, you smart. I said, you could do whatever you want. That's when me and him started talking about. He's like, should I transfer? I said, look, man, I ain't never going to tell you to take risk like that. But I said, if you don't like being here, don't ever risk your mental health for a place that you don't like being at just because you feel safe and secure with your scholarship or whatever. Because look, even him, like you said, we know you can play at a bigger D2. Next thing you know, Michigan State co-call. I said, whoa, because like I said, he was like hitting me as hey man, you think you can talk to the coach at Limestone? I was like, yeah, bro, I got you for sure. Coach at Limestone talked to me, blah blah, yada yada. KB was about to come. I mean, we're probably like a day or two away from getting KB in there.
Exactly.
Next thing you know, he texted me, said, Michigan State, full ride. I said, whoa. I said, full? He said, yeah, bro. I said, yeah, it's over with. That's a wrap. I said, did you commit on this? I said, you should have committed before you went on the phone.
On the spot, boy. I was at work.
How'd that call go?
Bro, I had talked to Coach Barnett a couple days before they called me and offered me, and he was just telling me they really like my film, really like the way I play, asking me some coverage questions, things like that. And then he said he was telling me himself, like, I want you here. I want you to come play for me, everything like that. So he was like, we just got to run it through the rest of the defensive staff, and then we'll go from there. I'll give you a call back in a couple days. Sure enough, that Friday, payday too. So I was feeling good already. That Friday at work, Coach Barnett, Michigan State. What's up, KB? I just want to call, let you know we're going to offer you a full scholarship. If you want to take it, the choice is yours. Nah, Coach, I'm coming. When I need to be there.
I'll be there tonight, boy. I swear to God,
when I need to be there. It was over with.
What's that feeling like for you? Because I think a lot of people get lost when it comes to D2. Because when it comes to D2 football, people start thinking, okay, your only good players in D2 are going to be your players that are the All-Americans and people that qualify. But you got to understand, I try to explain this to people, at the D2 level, at the FBS, for example, you could be an All-American with one interception, right? But that's because enough people cover the game and cover these conferences to know, okay, he only has one interception, but he wasn't thrown at all year. He didn't give up no catches. At D2, there's not enough people covering the games, covering every conference to have a legitimate All-American. So it becomes like a stat contest. Right. KB was a guy, he didn't make all conference. But look, Michigan State talking about, we love your film, we really want you here. So it's like, KB was probably caught up in the fact, like, man, I didn't even get the D2 award, so who the hell is going to come get me out of Tigerville?
Exactly.
Now, look, he took that risk. My dog at Michigan State.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, I can relate to that. I didn't end up at no FBS school, but I mean, I went to a bigger school when I transferred. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like when I was at State, I think my sophomore year before I got hurt, I had like 6 targets, bro. And it was ridiculous. I didn't have any interceptions, but I had like 6 targets before I got hurt. So I understand that. It's hard playing at those like smaller schools and not getting the coverage, because I'm seeing guys that get cooked every week making first and second team.
Yeah.
And I ain't gave up a catch all season. So I'm like, what's the deal? But man, what's been the biggest difference for you from going from NGU to Michigan State?
The workouts.
Dog, the biggest difference is, I'm going to say, the coaching and the resources at this level. It's like the coaching on a different level. Like, it started with the basics as if you never played football in your life. Like, my coach, Coach Barnett, he started with the width of the football field. You can ask anybody in the defensive back meeting room, what's the width of the width of the football field? Everybody gonna say 53 and a third, and they gonna tell you the distance from the sideline to the bottom of the numbers, top of the numbers to the hash, from hash to hash, and then repeat it again to equal up to 53 and a third. So I say the coaching is just on another level, and then the resources. I mean, we got nutritionists, dietitians, top of the line training room, top of the line weight room. I mean, you got everything you need to be successful. Like, you just really just got to show up and do what you came here to do, play football.
He didn't understand that. Bro was texting me when he had just committed everything. We were talking like back and forth. He got closer to his move-in date. He said, "Hey, you think he's like, you think you can send me?" Or he's like, "You think they can get my body right or whatever?" I said, "Bro, do you not understand the resources they have?" Like, he's sitting there talking about, because I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to, like, bro, they have everything. He's like, for real? I said, bro, just wait till you see it. It's going to be more than what I'm describing to you.
And I came in at 210 pounds. I came in January. That was about 4 months ago.
Big. KB big, bro.
Worked out for 3 months. I dropped 8% body fat and put on 9 pounds of muscle. So it's like I'm feeling light. Like, bro, I'm telling you, it ain't no joke. Like, they gonna get you where you want to go and where they think you need to be.
So talk about the transformations of your body. Like, where's your weight at now? What is your body? What does it feel like? And how did you get to that process of taking care of your body and stuff?
Well, I weigh right now. I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds even, but I'm slimmer than I was before. Like, I lost a lot of body fat. So it was a process to get there, though. So I worked a lot with Amber, our dietitian, and she created, for each player, she created a meal plan based off of what you like, and she catered it to what you need to get to where you need to go or where your body needs to be before fall camp and the season and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So really, it was just a lot of back and forth with me and Amber, figuring out what's best for my body, and then, of course, taking the workout seriously and just taking those steps, and it got me to where I am now, feeling light on my feet. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go.
That boy can cover now, boy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. I was so heavy, I felt like I couldn't cover.
That boy playing man to man now. He not just a split field safety no more.
Yep.
Okay.
So you participate in spring ball, right?
Yeah.
How was that for you? How was that experience?
It was a lot different from coming from Division II, because the practice is more intense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got an agenda, and you gotta keep that agenda throughout practice. So it's like, we don't really got no time to waste. We won't practice for too long, but the time we is out there, we working. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really got no time to be bull or, you know what I'm saying, taking extra long little braids, all that, none of that, all that cut out. So I think the intensity of the practice, and then the endurance on the body, you know what I'm saying, like, just everything they do to help you recover to get ready to go for the next practice, and then the next practice, then the next practice. So it's just like, it's really, you really don't got no excuse as to why you're not performing at the level you should be performing. You know what I'm saying?
Have you kind of sat around sometimes and be like before those first practices where you're like, man, do I really belong here? And then what was that moment where you stepped out there and you're like, okay, I can actually do this. I can play with these boys.
Of course, you know what I'm saying? The first, it probably took me about 3 or 4 practices to really.
You was getting cooked? You get cooked early? Oh, no.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was.
Bro, it's okay, bro. Bro, those dudes are good.
Bro,
those dudes are good.
I was getting cooked the first couple practices, but then I just, you know what I'm saying, just had to talk to myself like, I'm here for a reason type deal. And then I started focusing in. Really, all it is technique and fundamentals. Focused in on that, and then I noticed that I started to get better each practice, and then it just kept carrying over. So, I mean, I feel good where I'm at right now. I'm feeling good about fall camp, feeling good about the season too.
They can't have a teammate like I couldn't be at Michigan State because if KB started doing some bullshit at practice, getting cooked like that, I said, send his ass back to Tigerville. Back to D2.
Yeah, Bo ain't got no filter.
Oh yeah, that's how you supposed to be, man. You supposed to be hard on your boys, man. But
right, your boys start doing some ass shit. You got to get them.
I ain't gonna lie, them boys TV room. We ain't going for none of that. We ain't going for none of that. We ain't going for none of that.
And
So
I think.
What's the
Go
depth
ahead,
chart
Skip, go ahead.
situation looking like this year? What's going on with Michigan State?
You talking about for me specifically, or just
You
overall?
specifically and the team. Like, where your guys gonna be at this year?
I came in. I'm running with the twos right now, playing behind a fifth-year senior, Xavier Henderson. But the good thing about our secondary, we rotate a good bit, so I know I'm going to see some action on the field, if not start. And, it's all going to come down to fall camp. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come out and compete, but at the end of the day, we still a team, so we all rooting for each other. Depth chart as a team, I mean, we got the depth we needed. We didn't really have it in the spring because, you know what I'm saying, Coach Tucker came in and did his roster flip. So we brought in like 34 new scholarship players from all over the place. Got guys from Arizona, Tennessee, Alabama. So, you know what I'm saying, just coming in, bringing in more depth. And that's where we at right now, moving forward with the summer and then in the fall camp.
What's y'all summer schedule? Like? People don't be understanding. They think life be sweet in the summer. I think that's the worst time if you
Bro, yeah, folks definitely don't be understanding. So we work out twice a day. We lift and run every day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesdays, 7-on-7 day positional work with your coach. So a typical day is like I wake up at 5:30, out the house at 6, in the facilities getting treatment from 6 to 6:30. Lifts start at 7. We lift for like an hour. I don't really pay attention to the clock, but lift from, I'm going to just say 7 to 8. Then we transition, go outside, run. And after the lift and run, we usually positional meet, watch film. And then after that, you usually get treatment, pick up your snack, and then you good for the rest of the day. Yeah, you good for the rest of the day with the mandatory work. But, the great ones, they going to come in and get a little bit of extra in. So it's everything. The schedule here is real player friendly. So everything on the front end of the day. So you get the back end to recover, relax, take care of your school, everything like that.
Bro, like go ahead everything in the morning, bro. Yeah,
exactly. I swear to God, my classes don't go past 1:00. Like in time, I'm not in class past 1:00. I can't stand being in class late. After 3:00, I'm ready for bed, low key. You know what I mean? Like, start preparing myself to handle my night stuff and whatever homework, and I'm ready to get into bed after that.
That's why that's like in the spring semester, people that don't understand that spring semester be loved. Like when you out of season, you just got done 11-week season. Exactly. You got your little lift group in the morning or whatever, and the period before, right when you get back and before spring ball, like you be chilling. You finish class, you done for the day, cooling.
I'm saying
maybe a little bit of film. Just to, our coach annoy you, you know how they do. They call you in for no reason.
Yeah.
To have a meeting about a meeting you're going to have later,
Exactly.
Hey, you see that boy got the jug on him. And tomorrow, Saturday.
Hey, you got to have it.
Tomorrow, Saturday, he already got the jug on him.
What y'all do for 4th of July up there, man?
4th of July, we had got a week off last Thursday, so I flew out to California. I went on a little vacation, and then we just got back this Tuesday, and we started back up Thursday, yesterday. So we worked out for 2 days, and then we back at it full swing on Monday.
Man, don't let him. Man, tell him about that exclusive you got out there in Cali, though.
Talking about the Floyd Mayweather John.
Yeah, gym ain't even open yet, bro.
Yeah, training. a little workout session. It was that pressure too. I ain't gonna lie.
So what's your relationship like with your coaches? Like your guy who just got there, obviously it's a big jump for you. It's like, what's your relationship with your coaches been like? I would feel like coaches at that level probably aren't as personable as the ones at D2, but just go into that a little bit.
You get a mixture of both. Like some coaches, they want to connect with you on a personal level. Some of them, you know what I'm saying, they just strictly business. But from my perspective with my position coach and Coach Tucker, they want to connect with you on that level to understand you, because that's how you're going to get the best out of your athlete, when you really understand how they think, where they come from, everything like that. So they do a good job of trying to communicate with you, keeping you in the loop and everything like that. And they give you time too. So like when I came in, they knew I was coming from Division II, so it wasn't the same pedigree of football. So they gave me time to develop. And sure enough, I came along about the fourth or fifth practice in the spring. So I think that was good. I think they really understand. They're realistic. They didn't just expect you to just come in and, you know what I'm saying, Derwin James or Jamal Adams.
Okay.
With this, NCAA, we got the NIL now.
You see, he got the Cuban links on his neck.
Yeah, I know. He must have already got a deal, man.
Everybody got the Cuban links.
I'm trying to be like you, man. What you got planned? I know you got something in the back pocket. We all do.
I got a couple little tricks up my sleeve. Really, I'm thinking I'm gonna just hold off until the season because that's when you're gonna get the most exposure anyway. So I think I'm gonna just hold off, do a couple little things. Like tomorrow, I got this little event with a company up here called Elite Tackling Systems. Me and a couple of my teammates gonna go in, test out the equipment, do a little Q&A. They gonna film the whole thing. So just do little stuff like that until, you know what I'm saying, something bigger comes along. But I ain't really pressing the issue. You really want that money, you know where the money at, that draft. Exactly. So I ain't really too focused on the NIL.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I saw a dude the other day from USC.
He don't even play.
Man, this dude has a partnership with Tesla, bro.
He don't even play.
It's about who you know for real too.
Oh yeah, facts.
You know the right people. That can
That's OD. Imagine pulling up to practice in a Tesla. I'm trying to get me a little car dealership in the area to sponsor me or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I get Macon, I'm gonna see more. But you know what I mean.
KB, you need to call the hometown and see what kind of dealerships they got. You got to be the biggest athlete from there at this point. You at Michigan State.
Yeah, but shit, ain't nothing out there but Hardee's. Subway. Hardee's and Subway.
Swansea ain't really never put out no big athletes like that.
I mean, back in the days, like 80s, late 80s, early 90s, they went on the run. They won state like 3 or 4 times. But other than that, they had Jonathan Sutton come out. He went to UNC. My boy Greg came out 2 years ago. He played DN at Clemson. Everybody else, not really.
See,
I ain't never heard of Swansea till I met KB.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't hear of Swansea till my freshman year. I know a girl that went to Swansea. But
yeah, you talking about I ain't gonna drop no names. I know you talking about
that. That's why I said I ain't gonna drop no names on I'm sure we both know who I'm discussing. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm from Rock Hill, so all the schools here get love. Rock Hill High just had a tight end go to Bama.
Yeah.
His name's like Robbie Outs or something. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but
that's it.
Kid's like 6'6", 250. And I've seen him play basketball. He wasn't too shabby, so I mean, I imagine he's pretty athletic out there. I ain't never seen him play football though, which is weird.
What do y'all be doing outside of at NGU? All we did was play. Me, I ain't do nothing but go to the library and stuff. But, Bo, when Bo had free time, he's either in the library or at the crib at home. When the weekend hit, I was out of there. So like, what's it like to be at a place where like you actually you can't go nowhere anyway because you far away from home, but you like, they actually really like rock with being here and everything. Like, what's that feeling like for you?
Outside of football, it's actually a good bit to do, especially in Detroit. Detroit about an hour away.
Whoa, I ain't never hanging out in Detroit. You tweaked out. Hold up, bro.
Yeah, it's about an hour away. They got some banging food down there. Couple good malls, everything like that.
That ain't the only thing banging out in Detroit, brother. You better get out of there.
Yeah, I heard. Detroit. I follow this page on Instagram, Detroit Crime News. Every day, something new. Scat Pack stolen, rims stolen, something. But we play a lot of video games, do a lot of player-led like meetings and stuff like that. We party too, so on the weekends, you gotta have some time for that. Other than that, it's summer, so you know what I'm saying. We get closer to camp and around the season, we probably lock in for real. Probably cut all that out. So Ain't really much going on though, nothing crazy.
The parties will get crazy in the season though.
Yeah, we ain't going. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Not in the same division as Penn State.
Yeah.
Word. I tell you what, man, I don't know what it is about Penn State, but I have always loved their
It's the whiteout. Oh no!
What? I love the
Yeah,
simplistic uniforms. It's just blue
them
on
generic
white.
ass uniforms.
Yeah, man, I love
I mean,
that. I love that shit, man.
No. Them things
Except for they don't
bleed.
got no names on the back of the jersey.
Yeah,
man.
they ain't got
that blows me. But I like the little simple blue on white, man. That all white goes dumb. You can't tell me
That
that
all white is stupid. I give them that.
whiteout games when they play Ohio State at night, man.
Are y'all at Penn State this year?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be jumping. What you look at? What place are you looking
Penn State come to us. Penn State come to us.
Ah, that's sweet. How does the city of East Lansing embrace Michigan State football?
Bro, it's like once folks find out you play football, it's like they treat you totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like the fan base here love Michigan, not even just Michigan State football, just Michigan State athletics in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's different, bro. To have all these people just watching you all the time, like knowing that you play football, it's like it kind of make you think twice about what you do before you do it.
That's wild, bro. I told you yesterday. I asked him. I was like, "Hey, send me some pics." Like when we announced that you're gonna be on the show this week. But it sent me like 11 photos. I said,
bro.
I said he probably had 11 photos total in his NGU career, and he played.
Bro, I'm saying
started in like 14 games and probably only got 5 or less photos during his time at NGU. Like, bro, he said they be on that.
Different, bro.
That's
important though, man. Like, it's not about like being seen or whatever, but you like that
you want
media
the memories,
presence,
bro.
man. Yeah, exactly. You want something to show your kids. I mean, yeah, we had that same problem at State, man. Until like they ended up hiring somebody like close to the time I was leaving. He's like the social media guy or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we could never get clicks.
I mean, KB is talking about some, bro. They taking pictures of the dudes that don't even be doing nothing. It's like, bro, we be out there because like me, KB, and other two dudes, bro. We didn't rotate at all. So like we was out there every single snap. You couldn't get one flick, like one or two.
They taking pictures of the sideline, the crowd.
Ain't nobody trying to see that, bro. It's like, thankful for NGU and everything, but it had its downfalls. Like we used to talk about it in the background. I ain't gonna blast nobody or on live.
How do y'all rotate? Like what like do y'all do like series or like if somebody gets hurt or how does it work up there?
You ain't play the game?
No, for real, yeah.
Okay.
But I can't even go based off the spring because we were so slim. And then we just recently, when we came up for summer, we just recently brought in those new guys. So numbers was real slim. So the rotations was like every 3 plays, get this guy a break, trying to keep guys fresh. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though.
Like when we had our group in North Greenville, me, KB, our boy Worthy, and then our boy AY. We were good as a group because first of all, we all loved each other. Second of all, we all kept each other accountable to the death. Like we knew that nobody else was gonna take snaps behind us. It's like we had to motivate us to, because like the guys behind us weren't gonna play at our level. That's just what it was. It's like the guys, we knew that for us to play better, we had to hold each other accountable. What is it like to have dudes behind you now that you like, okay, this dude could really take my spot any given day? You know that depth chart changed every day now at that level.
Yeah.
Walk in, you was a 1 yesterday, you a 3 the next day. Like, dang, you grade out of 70 at practice, bro. You got to get right.
It push you to a whole nother level. Like even if it's just a walkthrough, like you want to be the one to get the call out first. Because I mean, like the way we do our walkthrough, you know what I'm saying? It's guys stacked behind you. So if I'm a 2 and you a 3, you gonna stand behind me in the walkthrough and he get a signal, you know what I'm saying? You go through the call progression, everything like that. But it just push you just the thought that like this guy behind me can actually play at the same or close to the level that I'm playing at. It just push you to want to just get better every day. You know what I'm saying? It raised the whole room at that.
Cause like when you got to know your job, boy, me and Kate, like we used to come into walkthroughs and practice. Like we'll take it seriously, but like we was always having a good time in practice.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
When it was time to lock in, we was gonna be about our business though. But that is, I don't think people understand that. Like when you have a room of dudes, that junk will really elevate the whole room.
The whole room.
Like when you have a group of guys that can rotate and still play at a high level, that's just gonna make your team better at the end of the day. So
there wasn't much like depth chart adjustments at State. Like none of the starters really changed unless somebody got hurt. But like the backups would change all the time. It'd be like a 3 at safety would end up being a 2 at corner the next week. It was all weird. Yeah, it was super weird. And I remember, well, you know, y'all know Alex Brown. He got not drafted, but picked up by the Chiefs his rookie year, and then with them this past year, he was a corner at State. I mean, he could grade out the worst every week. I'm pretty sure he did, and nothing would happen. Like absolutely nothing. And I like the guy in front of me when I first got to State. He knew the defense better than anybody there. That's who I learned a lot from. He could grade out the best every week, but you know, I ended up being the starter a few weeks later. So that college, it was all about how we rotate. Like they do like 2 drives, the starters go. It was like a 3-man rotation. So then one corner would come off the field. It'd still be a starting corner out there, and then it'd be another guy out there, the third man in the rotation, and then the fourth drive, the starting corner that was out would come back on. The other starter would come off, and then the third guy would still be on the field. So, and then that would go all the way up until the fourth quarter. And then whole fourth quarter, starters would play. But it was so weird, man.
That's wild.
I hated the
rotation. You don't really see
hot. You know what I mean? Like having one of my best games and get pulled. And then now they get a long drive, a 13-play drive, and our offense gets a 14-play drive. Halftime comes, and then we go back out there on the field. I'm cold as hell. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a flip side to it too, though. Like me and KB used to be out there. We both played in the boundary together. Like we out there dog tired on some drive. It's like I can't get a head tap or nothing. It's like, nah, bro. We look at the sheet on Monday. We done racked up 90-something snaps. Like,
80,
we like, bro, ain't no way I just played that many snaps. Like you don't think about it, but you feel that junk in your body on Monday.
Yeah, your body feel it. Yeah,
them 80 snap games. I think I only played 2 80 snap games like in college yet.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Our defense played a lot. I'm talking about a lot.
That's like
we sit down on the bench. Man. It's punt alert.
It's time to go, and we on punt.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. I returned punt, so it was weird, man. Like having to come off the field, then run back on the field for punt return. I think I would much rather play 80 plays than do the weird rotation stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, but if you're gonna play 80, sometimes I ain't gonna say this, but sometimes you got to take your loss. You have to take
they know it.
We used to be like, come on, coach. I've been out here the whole game. There's a run to the other side.
Low bus. They gonna throw you on the low bus.
Man, it was the middle of August or like late August, and we had played Bethune-Cookman, and Bethune-Cookman, they're a fast-paced offense. Yeah. So it's Orangeburg Heat playing a fast-paced offense, and I think that was one of my 80 snap games. Boy, when I tell you I had like 12 loafs. That's Sunday when we watched film, I saw them loafs. I was like, Coach, I ain't gonna lie. It's like the third game of the season, man. Because I promise you, summer workouts don't really get you conditioned for football.
Nah.
I swear we be out there running just to be running.
Yeah, that's just to kill you, bro. But football shape is like actually playing, man. It's just different. I don't know what it is. I guess since it's like shorter distances, stop and go. But I mean, all the dang 5-10 5s we do. I don't know. Doesn't help for shit.
KB, I can tell you. I can tell you one thing that's about to surprise you. When that first away game and you on the damn plane or some shit.
Dude.
You remember we used to pack in buses for 9-hour bus rides?
Yes, bro. I be telling them boys here, I'm like, y'all boys fly. I'm talking about they fly everywhere. Only place they drive is to the team down the road about an hour away.
Oh, they fly everywhere, bro.
Northwestern, just cross the river, the lake. I mean, flying.
What?
That's our first game of the season. Northwestern, 9:00.
What?
Man, that is
Flying everywhere, bro. I'm like, what, bro?
I can't believe that. But look, you see, he cheesing, boy. You know his life ain't got good.
Bro, the buses was not no joke. I'm talking about bodies everywhere. On the floor, under the seats.
Oh, God.
Dude.
Yo,
My man Lips brought a cover on the floor.
Dude used to bring dude used to bring pallets.
Dude.
I use my duffel bag, my travel duffel bag with like all my clothes and stuff in it as a pillow, and I have a blanket there. Take the blanket out, lay on the floor. Man, we flew up to Delaware and drove back.
Bro, them buses ain't no joke.
That was like a 13-hour drive, 14-hour drive from Delaware to Orangeburg. Man.
That's people don't understand that. Like, we used to have to get off a bus and, we got to get to playing. It's like, all right. And then at D2, we was packing in these bullshit away locker rooms. Like, we had a locker room at Florida Tech. I mean, this thing probably wasn't even bigger than a bedroom.
My looking just outside.
Yeah, people were. And it was hot and everything. It's like, you got dudes dressing out on the side of next to the bus and everything. And then they only had, 1 shower, 2 showers? It's like, after the game, we got a 12-hour drive straight back to South Carolina. And dudes, we take it forever just to shower. Some dudes ain't shower, but I ain't gonna say
anything. Exactly. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Man, you gotta catch that watch after a game, man.
What?
Even if you ain't play, just being in your pads, bro.
Yeah.
Practice,
that was his excuse too. He talking about I ain't played.
Oh man,
bro. And you
warmed up though. You warmed up though.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We be pouring sweat in warm-ups. Like, warm-ups be harder than the actual. Bro, what? Warm-ups is harder than the actual game. I swear to you. You go out there. All right, coach. Come on. You gotta relax. I'm trying to save my legs.
Game day warm-ups, man. You ain't gonna catch me doing too much out there. I'll be straight up, coach. Like, it's good, man. What's good?
All right, now, KB. I just know it. You know that you do some ass shit this year. I got all the tape, man. So
I'm already knowing.
I'm gonna text you like, hey, bro, I don't know what this is, but this ain't getting you to the league, bro. So
I can't go out like that on TV.
I can't, bro, on TV. Are you nervous about that at all? Like, thinking about everybody watching you. ESPN. No, not ESPN 3. We played on ESPN 3 at NGU. No, you're ESPN. ESPN 2. Fox.
A little bit, but I get a little jittery before every game. But even the spring game, you know what I'm saying? It was on TV. It was like 8,000 people in the stands. But once you get past that first couple minutes out there, it's really it's still football at the end of the day. So you drown all that out. Really, you just lock in. It's still football.
Yeah. Once you lock in, you don't even realize there's fans out there until you're on the sideline.
Thanks. I don't even be realizing it there. Like, you just get into like a straight zone. You feel like you don't hear nothing around.
Exactly.
Man. It's like, have y'all ever catch an interception in a game? It's like everything around you just go quiet.
Yeah.
You be like, whoa. Like, you in the Matrix.
So death piercing out there. Like, it be so much sound, you can't hear nothing, man.
It felt like you're in the Matrix, bro. Everything around you starts slowing down for a bit. You be like, oh, shoot. All right, let me not do no bullshit real quick.
Worst thing is when you play one of the big schools and they mess around and score on you and they crowd go dumb.
Go crazy.
You hear all that.
You hear every last drop.
Hey, KB, what's the craziest thing somebody that said to you on the sideline? I know it's harder for you because both of y'all play safety, so like y'all not right there. But as a corner, bro, I'm standing right on their sideline, and all the dudes it'd be the dudes that don't even dress out for games that be sitting there just running their mouth the whole game.
Bro, It was actually a fan at Valdosta.
Oh yeah, because they sideline was like right, bro. Skig, when
But
I
it
tell you
was
about
one of
Austin
our
State,
fans though.
what?
Coach
What is happening?
Dog pulled the starter out.
Yeah.
Put me in.
Oh,
The starter
I
girl,
know.
like his
I
girlfriend,
know who you're
like,
talking about, bro.
why y'all put him in the game? Like, he trash. He not better than such and such. I'm like, oh, she over there talking crazy.
Violating.
Okay, Skig, let me give you the background here. This boy, he ain't never gonna listen to this podcast. I know that for a fact. So when KB came in, we had a dude who was supposed to be like the leader of our group because he was just the oldest. Like he was the grad year. And at this time, I was a redshirt sophomore, and KB was a freshman, and then AWAT was a sophomore, and Johnny was a redshirt sophomore too. So like KB should have been starting, but the dude in front of him was just playing because it was his last year. It's a D2 program, bro. They run that shit like a high school, low key. It's like he was just playing because he was there, but KB was better than him, and eventually got to that point. We played Valdosta. He was getting exposed. Because we talk about the number one team in the country, bro. They was out there passing. They was out there passing him around. Oh God, they was passing him around. And Valdosta State sideline, like they away sideline. It's like how teams make their away sides uncomfortable as possible, bro. It was the bench, and when I tell you the fans were no more than 5 feet behind it, or no less. They were probably less than 5 feet behind us, like right on our necks. It's like you hear everything. I mean, at that game, the person that KB got bit, that KB took his spot. I mean, his parents sitting there chirping at the coaches and everything. And you can't avoid them in this scenario because they right at your neck. Like, they right
talking
there.
Crazy.
I mean, they talking about he garbage, he trash, all this stuff. I'm like, bro, KB didn't even play the snap. Like, he didn't even got to get busy yet. And they already Like, this is his first game action. Like, we don't know if he – I think KB good. Like, they couldn't tell if he trash or not. He ain't playing up but special teams. But they up there just talking stupid crazy.
Yeah, I ain't never experienced nothing like that. That's OD, man.
Bro, I'm saying.
No. They supposed to be fans of
They
your
damn
team.
They damn near wanted us to lose when they took him out.
Bro, they did. They would sit there and talk crazy like, man, I hope they score so they take that boy out. I'm like, bro, y'all gotta relax. And like they think they son going to the league.
I hate people that can't be realistic with themselves, man.
Or they kids.
Everybody is.
Man,
everybody want to be a coach.
Bro, I promise you, my parents my biggest critics, bro. I done had my pops tell me I look like shit out there. I done had my mama tell me that ain't getting me to the league. Like, they gonna keep it a buck with me, bro. Like, straight up.
Oh, my God.
My mama told me, man, I went to a camp one day, and I was getting cooked, bro. Like, I promise you, it's the worst camp I ever had. We got in the car. I'm pissed. My mama said, I hope you don't expect them to send you no offer.
It was over with.
I forget what camp that was, but I had did OD bad. Like, I always did good in one-on-ones, but like drills and like, you know how they, like, some camps do the little county fair before?
Yeah.
Man, I had looked so bad out there. And then, of course, like, did good in one-on-ones, but yeah, that other stuff, yeah, she let me have it.
Yeah.
That's the thing I love and hate about my parents. They gonna keep it a buck with me at all times.
I can't believe. Imagine you just sit in the car, it's quiet, and they see your mom say, "Yeah, we ain't getting that one."
Over with.
That's why, like, when people talk shit to me, man. Like, it don't do nothing to me. I probably talk more shit than anybody y'all ever met, like, when we be on the field. But when people talk shit to me, like, it don't do nothing to me just because my parents so hard on me.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the only people's opinions I care about, they ain't scared to tell me I'm trash. You know what I mean?
Speaking of parents, KB, I ain't never noticed your parents, like, after a game or anything. I usually don't pay attention. I be in the locker room so I get on the road and get back to the crib.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of Tigerville fast as hell every weekend. I mean, we used to pull back up on a Sunday morning gig from like a 12-hour bus ride. We pull up like 6 or 7 o'clock. I hop straight in the car, drive 40 minutes back home to Greer just because I didn't want to stay at Tigerville all day on my Sunday. But KB, what's your parents be like as far as your career?
Well, they don't really be trying to add too much into it. Because, I mean, we didn't really expect none of this to happen for real. So it's just like they just really let me – really is everything really my decision. Like, even coming here, it was just like, well, if that's where you want to go, then go. So it's like – and they not – my parents not really big sports people. My dad, he loves shit like drag cars and everything like that. And my mom, you know how some moms is. They just love cooking and everything like that. So – they're not really too. I mean, they come to the games when they can, but other than that, they don't really be too LeVar Ball-ish.
Hey, LeVar Ball hard though. I ain't gonna lie.
No cap.
Anyway, like you know,
Yeah,
so
goat, bro.
Yeah, for real. He did what he manifests everything, bro. But when it comes, we gotta have to ask you to get a little soft side for a little bit. When you got the call from Michigan State. What people don't understand is at D2, you know, maybe you have a couple guys that are on full scholarships, but majority of your guys when you first come in, it's all partials. Like, what was that feeling like when you got to call your mom and be like, hey, we ain't paying for nothing. Not even nothing.
It was lit. Everybody, I called everybody. Everybody was lit. Same reaction from everybody.
Oh, God, I was.
They talking about, man, they ready to come to a game. I'm talking about. They finna come turn Michigan State up. Okay. But it was just exciting, bro. It felt so unreal because I wasn't expecting it. Even the person that introduced me to Coach Barnett and Coach Tucker, even I was telling him, I was like, I just need to get my foot in the door. Like, I'll walk on if I have to. But so I wasn't even expecting to just full scholarship. So when they said that, I'm like, ooh. And then they was telling me everything that come with it. I'm like, yeah.
I need that. I need that. And it's crazy because, like, D2 schools and stuff wasn't really getting in on you, were they?
Not really. I mean, I had Limestone, Mercer, and then a couple more small schools. But for the most part, I mean, I was only in the portal for, like, 3 days before Michigan State hit me up. But once they hit me up, it was over with.
Wow, that's crazy. So, for you one of them dudes that so Skig. Whenever we was on road trips on a bus in free times and everything, I used to read books and stuff. KB one of them dudes walked to me and said, "Bo, the smart ass dude." Like just little stuff like that. And I told him, I said, "Look, man, when you get old, you gonna start doing this too. You hit that point, you start reading your books yet, man."
I got a couple of them. I read them every now and then, but lately I've been slacking. I ain't really been into it with them, but I'm gonna get back on it. I definitely understand the importance of reading the books, though. Reading the books and taking time for yourself throughout the day.
How do you take care of your mental health? Especially, like, bro, you're at a big university now, and I think it's easy for you now while you're in the summer. But once that season comes, and you have that pressure of everybody being on your neck. Like I remember when Troy Pride. We didn't get talked about this in our first interview, but me and him just being friends. He talked about when he was at Notre Dame his first year. He said, bro, and he'll type his name in on Twitter and just see people drag him and he said, he said that don't really hurt him. Like, he wasn't the most confident dude I've ever known in my life. It's like to hear him say that, I'm like, okay, like anybody can be broken at that level for real. It's like, how do you plan, or what's your plan to just take care of your mental health? Like, what do you like to do outside of football to keep you happy? I know you got a girlfriend and everything. Go ahead, shout her out while you're on air, man. Going strong since freshman year of college, man.
Me and my girl, you know what I'm saying? We like to do stuff we like to do, you know what I'm saying? We like to go watch movies, travel when we can. Recently, I started going for walks to just clear my mind, think about, reflect, you know what I'm saying?
You older than me. You old head, bro. You
bro,
you
a good walk. Oh, a good walk will get you where you need to be.
You old as hell for that. I do a lot of old shit, but that's old.
Bro, you should wait till you start going on the walks. You're going to be like, I should have been doing this. Get your steps in.
Longest walk I make, because if I'm doing anything, it's going to be running of some sort. If not, I'm laying down, it's cooling it. If I'm walking, I'm going to walk from my apartment to the dumpster, and I'm going to come back. I get all the thinking I need in that time right there. Smooth little 2-minute walk, you know what I'm saying? But, talk about your walks, man. What do the walks do for you, bro?
It just, like, really it's just like reflecting on the day. Like I usually go for a walk at like 5, 6, something like that. Really, it's just reflect on the day. Sometimes I don't think about nothing, like a state of zen, like just no thought, just walking, just zone out. So I feel like it's important to take time for yourself to give your mind a break, because you know what I'm saying, all day your mind going, running. What? You gotta give it a break or you gonna crash.
I know you got to be a dude that watch TV shows. I already know you swear you're the king of Madden, but
really lately I've been watching a lot of movies, like older movies. You know what I'm saying? I go on Google, type in something like top 50 movies all time, like shit like The Godfather and stuff like that. Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, I be locked in too.
That's crazy. But yeah, you definitely an old head for that. I can't watch.
Yeah, I be on chill mode. Outside of football, I be on chill.
And that's good though.
You're gonna have to let me come up there so you can take me to the Great Lakes, man. I know that ain't too far from me.
Dog, I ain't even been yet, but I'm gonna go for sure. It done warmed up, but these winters up here ain't no joke, bro.
Bro, you got there smooth. It was snowing the day you moved in, wasn't it?
Snow, bro. I'm talking about. I ain't never seen so much snow in my life. Folks telling me like, bro, like 2 winters ago, you couldn't even be outside for longer than 5 minutes, or you would get frostbite. Like what? I swear, they like you pour a bottle of water out in the air, it'll freeze before it hits the ground. I was like, bro, these folks up here are wild.
Right. Was it your freshman year when it snowed? Was that one of your first times seeing snow before?
Yeah, that was yeah.
Bro, like we still had to go to workouts and stuff. We was hot, bro. Dudes can't even get their cars out the lot. They talking about we still got workout, man. Because that's when they hit you with it. It's not mandatory.
Mandatory. It's mandatory.
Yeah, you know, if certain people don't show up,
if it's offered, it's mandatory.
I swear to God, because there are certain people that can't not show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always fall in that group of people that I expect to see you there.
Yeah, exactly,
bro.
Because if you don't go, it's like, you all right, man? What's going on? I guess it's just not important to you. What? My rest is important.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I think KB's probably noticed now that I didn't learn until about a year and a half ago, a little bit before COVID hit. It was the year, my last year there, KB. Remember when I was going through that hamstring injury and I had to quadruple wrap my shit? That's when I learned how to take care of my body and stuff. Like, rest is just as important as all the work you're doing.
Bro, we were just talking about that earlier today.
We was at North Greenville. We felt like they would just run us into the ground every day with no kind of recovery, bro. And like, we didn't have no. It's not like our trainers were A1. Like, we love our trainers. Don't get me wrong. Shout out Lydia. Shout out James. Great people. But we didn't have. We only had 3 training tables in there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we had to get ice baths by sitting in the little tubs if they had 3 available. We only had like 2 or 3 available in the whole facility. So it's like, we wasn't really taking care of our body. We just breaking ourselves down every day.
No type of nutrition, none of that. Just bang, bang, bang. Go to the cab. See y'all tomorrow.
And we wasn't even eating at the calf because the calf was
terrible.
Bro, it was serving us some Rudy poo, bro. I don't know what that was.
Terrible.
It was bad when I was at State, man. I was spending an insane amount of money on food, bro.
Bro, it's DoorDash king.
Bro. They took our keys there in camp. Them years I was there, bro. I'm talking about. I promise you, I was spending had to be probably about $120 a week on food. Because DoorDash, they OD the price.
Exactly.
$30 a pop for a meal.
They be boosting that
bro. Man, I don't even want to get into that because that is about to blow me.
That joke really hurt your pockets, bro.
Man, what?
And now KB, you really figuring out nah, this rest joint important. Some days, we kind of dudes we always want to get extra work in. But if my hip's sore, I can't go out there and just be trying to go out and get just because I want to get in the sand pit today. It's nah, you got to learn to listen to your body because you're not gonna get nothing out of that work, but hurt your body even more. It's what is your body say it's time to rest, bro? It's time to rest. I promise you, just because you take a day off, don't mean somebody getting better than you. Don't let people fool you with that shit. If you take care of your body, you're doing something that 90% of athletes are not doing anyway. Like, he might be out there in the sandpit, get his third session in or whatever, but he's breaking his mind.
Come tomorrow,
he's not going to make it through 11 games. You're going to make it through 11 games productive. The best ability is availability, and you always going to be available at the end of the day. So, bro, there's so much I'm sure you learned at the Power 5 level. But like, what's the biggest thing you've gotten to learn about this with this experience? Whether it be a part of football, not a part of football.
I'd say the biggest thing is just really understanding football. Like, you know how it was. We was in the same meeting room. Like, we was just watching for real. We ain't really, you know what I'm saying? But really, at this level, really understanding football, understanding the scheme, understanding how your technique plays into the scheme, bro. It's just like take your game to another level for real. Just give you everything you need. Like I said earlier, give you everything you need to be successful.
And that was one of the biggest things with KB. Like, his freshman year, he learned everything about his position and stuff. Like, his sophomore year, he came out there and, like, I was telling, like, sometimes I'll be telling him, like, hey, we got to do this, blah, blah. He's like, bro, how you know that? I'm like, bro, you got to learn the whole defense if you really want to make your job easy. It's like, as a safety, KB started taking it upon himself to start learning what the linebackers are doing. I remember KB going to our D coordinator, having, like, extra little meetings, like 10, 15 minutes. Like, hey, coach, what am I supposed to do if this happens? Blah, blah, blah. He said, or, coach, how come when I do this, these boys not doing none of that in front of me? Like, you know, just having open conversations like that. And he wanted the knowledge. He wanted to soak it up. And now you at that level where football can get a little bit more complex. And it's probably not as hard for you because, like, you're used to going in there learning. Like, those coaches really be trying to teach you. Like, because one thing at those programs and schools don't want is, first of all, people that's on full scholarship, ain't no politics. So, like, at D2s, you might have dudes like, we got to play this dude because he get more money than this dude. Like, we're not trying to waste our money. Like, nah, at that level, everybody getting paid the same amount. We want whoever going to win and go make our program look good at the end of the day while we on TV. So our alumni keep giving us money and keep giving us bread to this program.
Exactly.
So you probably sitting there like, okay, I really do got a chance every day. At the end, it don't matter where you came from. It's like they really teaching you the game and like you talking about y'all what y'all doing with the field market is OD. That's ridiculous, but I'm gonna let y'all have that.
Believe it or not, it helped to learn, like, okay, when it come to your alignment or where receivers run routes and shit like that, it helped. But I had never heard it before in my life. He asked me, I'm like, I don't know, 50 yards? It's 7 yards from the bottom of the numbers to the sideline. I'm like, you got it, coach. 53 and third.
That's what KB used to struggle with every time, bro. He know all the playbook, but that bro can never get his alignment right. He would just he would line up wherever, like 9, 12. It didn't matter. He was gonna get wherever he wanted to get.
I'd be out there counting the hash marks, like count real quick. I swear to God, I count quick as hell once people like that they line up and get ready to go.
They be like, bro, KB, if you would have been at 11 here instead of 10, you made a play. KB like,
exactly.
I still made a tackle though. But he's like, that's a PBU if you at 10. Be like, man, come on, bro. But now you find out how important all that stuff is, especially as a safety, bro. At corner, I could be at 9, 7. As long as I can play with my tempo, it don't matter wherever I want to line up there. But that, I mean, we had some funny times. But another big question: what is it like having a black head coach? At schools like you don't see a lot of those at big schools like this. Like, what's that been like for y'all?
Well, a lot of our coaching staff are black males, but having a black head coach is and then being able to talk to him, like, I never seen a head coach schedule so many meetings with his players. Like, he want to understand, he want to get to know everybody. So it's like, it just make you feel like you got somebody that don't just want you because you're a football player, but want you to actually be successful in life. Like, we got so many programs. Like, we just finished an entrepreneurship program, teaching you the basics of business. Got me an internship at Rocket Mortgage in Detroit, Quicken Loans. It just make you feel secure. You know what I'm saying? Take a little bit more stress off your plate because sometimes you never know. At some schools, you never know.
Bro, you gonna stop hanging out in Detroit, bro. I'm gonna start checking on you everywhere. Hey, bro, you safe? You at the crib? I ain't even there to help you. Hey, bro, you safe out there, man?
Cause Dan Gilbert got it locked down there.
Boy, you're tweaking. I'm not hanging out nowhere in Detroit.
Nah, it's on. It's a Zoom. It's an internship on Zoom.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
smooth.
But you still be hanging out there, though.
Man, be at the mall, all kinds
It's
of stuff.
nice, bro. It's nice.
I had a homeboy from Detroit.
Oh, that ain't for me.
It's nice out there, bro.
You out there playing with fate. I can't be out there in Detroit, bro. I listen to T Grizzly, man, but yeah, bro, I'm just leaving y'all over there in that side. He said they was up in Lansing. He said they was up in Lansing too. Now, I mean,
he got booted. He went to Michigan State.
I know.
You got to go.
All right, as we kind of wrap this up a little bit, what should we expect to see from you this season, man? Like, you're now a friend of the show officially. You retweet anything with your highlights, we gonna shout you out. Anything, whatever. You got our full support here. Whether you play on special teams, kickoff, we don't care. We're proud of the jump you made. You know, I'm proud as hell of you.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like we've spoken this into fruition for a long time. Like, you really have a chance to, now you're at this level to feel like your NFL dreams can really come true. You got the work ethic and everything. Now it's just time to put it out in the field. So, like, what should we expect in your first year? You're pretty much a rookie all over again, a freshman all over again. What should we expect in your first year?
I got big plans, so I mean,
tune
in.
So it's not gonna be interceptions.
I'm gonna get the fans what they want to see. Big hits, big strip fumbles, strip sacks in the backfield.
Get them chicken strips, baby.
I've been on the judge, so you might see a couple interceptions for sure.
I gotta see it first.
Yeah, man, y'all boys gonna have to tune in.
Man, look, if you don't have no highlight reel by the end of the year, I ain't trying to hear nothing.
Nah, you gonna
Bro, he can't catch for nothing, bro. Not even like in ball drills and practice, bro. Like, that's just terrible. If you can't catch it just going down the line, you got issues, bro.
If our coach, I ain't even gonna speak on him, bro. But
Come on, chill out, man. Chill out. He might listen to the show. You never know. Hey, man.
Bro, they was throwing so much salt on me when I slid. I'm like, dang. You don't want another black male to elevate?
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The way they be like, you can tell how your coaches think of players when you hear them talk about like recruits and stuff. Because it's like, damn, is this what y'all was thinking about me? Like, when I was getting recruited or something? Or like when guys lead a program, they're like, he decided he didn't want to come commit here because, he wants to go play at a big school. He'll never play those.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, damn, like, come on, bro. That's grimy, bro. Like, talking about our boy Jay Gardner like that.
Oh, man.
They thought I was capping when I told them. Like, I was telling a couple of the teammates, like, they was asking where I was planning on going and woo-de-woo. I'm like, yeah, I've been talking to such and such. They say, they coming back telling me, oh, he'll never go Big Ten or whatever. I'm like, oh, they talking crazy like that.
Bro, they be talking grimy. Talking grimy about me still, but, that's another.
Yeah.
It can't be everybody else in our DB room know better than anybody. When I hurt my hamstring, Skig, we had the episode where I talk about my story, but like what happened was my redshirt junior year, going into that year, I'm thinking, all right, bro, I'm gonna have a good season here, and I'm gonna get out for my grad year. I'm gonna try to go back to the Division I level and play FCS. So I was going hard that offseason, everything. Got there, I came back to camp strapping, fastest I ever been, everything first few days. Hurt my hamstring. First time I ever had any kind of like soft tissue injury. I've never missed a practice in my life until that fall camp. So basically what happened is, had a little hamstring injury. I'm out for a few days. Next thing you know, the trainer told me to stop icing it. I'm like, okay, cool. So it's not getting better. Only to find out we get to like a certain point where we're about to get around to the first game. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm just going to heal and just play first game. Cause like, KB, no, we ain't had nobody else to go start in my spot. But it was like, well, if you don't practice leading up into that or in that week, you're not going to be able to play. So I forced myself out to practice that week. Played that first game with like my shit like quadruple wrapped with that bandage wrap or whatever.
Yeah.
Wrap through, bro. KB used to see it, bro. I used to have to get KT tape, They used to put like some icy hot and stuff. Then we'll wrap that junk like 3 or 4 times. I mean, I used to have to do this every single day just for practice too. Like it was crazy. So that happens. Next thing you know, we get to week 2 after one practice. I'm going to rehab twice a day too. In the morning, I'm there like 5 in the morning. And I'm there right before practice. So get there after one practice. She's like, "Is it not getting better?" I was like, "No." She's like, "All right, let's check it out again." So I get on the table, lay on my stomach. She looks at my hamstring. She starts feeling around in my hamstring, feeling both sides. And I feel her start like checking a certain spot. She's like, I'm like, something wrong, bro. She said, "All right, I'm gonna tell you what you got." She's like, "You got something called soft pudding edema in your hamstring." Meaning, she's like, "I can press this spot of your hamstring and it'll slowly rise back up." Bro, I had built up scar tissue about this big in my hamstring, bro. And I played the whole season and practiced every single day with that scar tissue in my hamstring. I probably would say I was about 70% that whole season. It's like every week was just me trying to get back to 70%. And then games, letting it all out for what I could. And that had to be 70% for next week. And, bro, I really put on the line for my dogs, bro. And they out there, like, they will still talk grimy about me to this day. And it's like just talking to other players that are there now. I'm like, okay, that's how we gonna be. Like, bro, I really was out there for y'all. Like, so y'all don't look like trash. Like that year was wild, but that was the worst injury I've ever had.
Yeah, man, that's ridiculous right there.
And you hurt your knee at NC State, and they ain't no telling what they be saying about you. They're trying to get you out there like no one's wrong. People don't understand it's a cold game, bro. It's a cold game. And hopefully, I don't know if it's probably not. I don't know if it's like that or not at Michigan State. I know at big schools, next man up, all that good stuff. But people always talk about, well, players are transferring because of this and that. Like, bro, coaches will really replace you. Like they don't give a damn. Like, you get hurt, they're like, all right, see you. We might not. Just let us know. We'll be here when you get back. Maybe we could probably take your scholarship. We might not. We'll see how we feeling. But we can't go. We want to go where we're wanted. Like, why would you not want to be somewhere you're wanted?
Exactly. So,
and I think that's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, I wouldn't walk into your job, and if you hate your job, I wouldn't say, "Bro, stick it out. It's gonna be all right." If you want to go somewhere where you feel loved and appreciated and cared for, like, who am I to tell you what's good for you? So that's just
coaches will end up at a new school quicker than we will.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, won't even tell you to interview for. You'll be sitting in your coach's office one day having the heart to heart. Next day, you see on Twitter, not from nobody else. See on Twitter,
exactly.
Taking a job at blah blah blah. But whoa, you go down there, but hey, what's up, coach?
Kennesaw.
Hey, we knew he was out there though. We knew Coach Harris deserved that, bro. Coach Harris is that guy.
That's how my DB coach was my freshman year. He was, there, and then spring come around, he in Kansas. He coaching safeties up there in Kansas now. I was like, what?
Kansas?
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, you know how we do, man. We done had another good episode, another good guest, Kendell Brooks. So I ain't gonna put your government name out there, man. I ain't gonna put your government.
Keep that under the table.
I ain't gonna put your government name out there, but first of all, we appreciate you coming on. I'm proud of you. I'd be itching waiting to see, like, bro, my dog really at Michigan State, bro. I don't even watch Big Ten football because that football is ugly. But yeah. I got it, and I definitely don't watch Michigan State. No offense, that's been some of the most bullshit football I've seen in the last few years. But I'm gonna check y'all out, man. Whether you playing or not, I'm only gonna watch the defensive snaps. Though. I don't want to watch your offense. No offense.
For sure.
You probably got homeboys on that side of the ball, but just I don't want to see that. So that's how it goes. But anyway, we appreciate you. I'm definitely tuning in this year. I'm tuned in. I'm locked in. While we're in season, it's a little hard to catch games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we might get back from a trip, and y'all might have played a 1:00 game, and we played a 1:00 game, so we missed it. I'm gonna try to record some games. Definitely try to keep up with you throughout the season. You can hit my line whenever if you ever have questions about football stuff, non-football stuff, whatever. Like, you going through something, hit my line, bro. I'm always here to help you. Always be a big brother for you. So make sure Keep it locked with Kendell Brooks, KB. Just call him KB, man. We just call him KB. That's what he known
Yes,
as.
sir.
Keep it as KB, man. Skig, go ahead and get us out, man.
And y'all know the motto, man. Appreciate you being on today. Peace and love, everybody. Y'all be safe.
I'm addict and I feel like I'm in space. You did. She throw it back, she got the pillow in her face. And I'm smoking on exotic. You might think the blunt is lace. You did. I know this chick that do whatever for the kid. You did. Yeah.